Hey YouTube, this is Jeremy. I am using my front-facing camera on my iPhone 4S. The reason why I am using my front-facing camera, I'm showing you in the background to my left a Sanyo CRT television. My brother got hooked up to DirecTV, and I come in here in my man cave and listen to traditional country and just hang out. And the Oak Ridge Boys was playing this morning on traditional country. I grabbed the remote off the counter. I don't know if you can see that. And I did this before I filmed this YouTube video. Once after I turned up the TV, I could not help to rock out to Elvira every time that song comes on. It doesn't matter on the TV, the radio, my iPhone. If I got it synced up to my soundbar, I will turn it up. It doesn't matter if it's on the computer, I will turn it up. If it's on the radio in the truck, I'll turn it up. You will never find a good classic country radio station these days because you got modern country stations that want to play new modern country. Modern country is just the other side of pop and rap and R&B mixed in, and that's a bad sign once you get all them genres mixed up into one station. That's terrible because it will get confusing on what radio station you're listening to, and then you'll have to look at the radio dial on your radio. And now these days your radio will be digital, so you'll have to push the display button on your radio, and then you'll see the station. Enough about that. But here in Santa Fe, Texas, it's hard to pick up Country Legends 97.1. Well, unless if you're in your Dodge pickup truck or whatever you drive. But if you have Sirius XM satellite radio, more power to you. I know some people cannot afford Sirius XM satellite radio, but for those that want to pay money for Sirius XM, more power to you. You can listen to Prime Country on channel 58, and they play the country songs from the 80s and 90s. And Sirius satellite radio, they are a whole lot different because they want you to listen to your favorite music instead of cramming it into one station like the FM stations do. If you want to listen to modern country, you can go to the highway. If you want to listen to the mix of today's country and the early 2000s country, go to Y2 Country. If you want to listen to the 80s and 90s country, go to Prime Country, channel 58. But if you want to listen to the classic country from the 60s, 70s, and some 80s, go to Willie's Roadhouse. But if you want to get the outlaw country, go to Outlaw Country. But like 100.3, the new Bull, there used to be KILT. And I remember Rowdy Yates used to be on that show, the Hudson and Harrigan Morning Show. Oh boy. Whew, thank God. You can search that up on YouTube, and that would always take me back. I used to listen to that morning show, Hudson and Harrigan, on weekday mornings from 5 to 9. And about 5:30 or 5:35, one of the disc jockeys will pour a cup of coffee live on the radio, and I would set my stereo to wake me up at 5:30, and that's when I would hear one of the disc jockeys pour a cup of coffee, and that would get me up and going. But now, they don't do that anymore because Hudson and Harrigan retired in 2010. And then, I was bummed about that. And then now, the Morning Bull, oh boy, it's not no good. I don't listen to the Bull. The only station I listen to these days is Country Legends 97.1. But like I said, I cannot pick that station up in this man cave. I cannot pick it up in my house. I can't pick it up in my brother's house. I cannot pick it up in this shop. I can only pick it up in the truck, and that's about it. So I'll have to sacrifice my data to pick up Country Legends on my iPhone, because Country Legends streams a radio station over the internet. And thank God, because if you cannot pick up this country station you want to listen to on the radio, thank God for the internet, because Country Legends 97.1 cares about their listeners, and they care about the radio station, and they want you to enjoy the classic country music that they offer. And thank God they stream their station live on iHeartRadio and on TuneIn Radio and their website, countrylegends971.com. And that's a good thing, because if you don't have a radio, you can always download iHeartRadio on your iPhone or Android or iPad or a Samsung tablet or Android tablet. You can listen to Country Legends, and you got to have Wi-Fi or your LTE or 4G data to listen to Country Legends 97.1. And one thing that country music turned the wrong way, because when I was, like I said, I was in the 10th or 11th grade when they started going over to the modern country format in 06 and 07, and now they have got so bad. And now you'll have new country singers. They're not that good, but in a couple of years, they'll have better songs that they will write and record. Oh boy. That's why I listen to classic country like the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, Fishing in the Dark. That came out in April of 1987, a couple of months before I was born the same year. And Elvira already was released in the early 80s to mid 80s. And then there were country singers like Terry Clark, Mark Chestnut, Randy Travis, Oh, Randy Travis is my all-time favorite country singer. It doesn't matter if he sings Together, no, Forever Together, or 1982, or Digging Up Bones, He Walked on Water. Randy Travis, he got a lot of hits back in them days, but after he suffered that stroke, well, he can't sing anymore, but man, you got to enjoy his country songs from the 80s. And Mark Chestnut, like I said, he sings Too Cold at Home. That song is my all-time favorite from him. And Brother Jukebox, Bubba Shot the Jukebox is my least favorite country song. But now, George Strait was the king of country music. He had more hits than anybody else did in country music. But now, since he retired, I am bummed. But he had millions of hits of country songs. And Brooks and Dunn, I like them too. But they broke up a few years ago, and, well, I understand. Performing for more than, I think, 20 years. I totally understand that. And George Strait and Alan Jackson sang that song, Murder on Music Row. They go over steel guitars never cry and fiddles barely play. And Merle will never have the chance on today's country radio. And I have to agree with that. And the possum backed up and headed back home because somebody committed murder on Music Row. And I have to agree with that because now these days, like MCA Records and all that, they cut out the steel guitar and fiddle. I love to hear a steel guitar in a country song and a fiddle in a country song. But rock guitars mixed up in your face, that's the new millennia and country music. And actually, it's not country music. I don't know what you should say. What it is. It's a piece of dookie. I mean, come on. Who wants to listen to an old country station that don't play your country music? All they want to play is dookie. All they like. But hey, somebody must step in it. And they already did. And that's what you get for listening to the 93Q. But they throw in a little bit of variety. But come on, they most likely play the new country, but they'll throw in a classic country song if they're nice enough. But hey, they got to keep their listeners happy. But 100.3 The New Bull, they can rub their feet in horse dookie and make you smell it because they want to play the new country that I don't like. If you're raised in the 90s, born in the 80s, raised in the 90s, and if you listen to country music then, you will never listen to modern country. I mean, modern country, what a pile of waste. And I blame Cox Media Group or CMG. They screwed it up for me because the 93Q once played my 90s country music. Now they play early 21st country music. 21st century country music. Now it's modern country. And at the end of 2016. I hope you enjoyed this video. Post a comment down below what you think about what they should have done with the country music industry. And give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. And subscribe to my channel. I'd like more subscribers. I got 106 already. And I like that to climb up even more. Peace out.